Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I shall be doing the third primary producer, which is going to be the hydrogen sulfide organisms. And hopefully also this time I'll actually have a lot more moving I can do compared to the previous games that I've done. Of course, when we start in hydrothermal vent, since it's the best for hydrogen sulfide, plus you can get the eruptions that give us a bit more. Alright. Well, that's actually a lot of chunks there. For anyone curious about the loading screens, we currently actually have two that have already been made. I have also started writing the script for the actual video I have planned, so that has also gone in the works. And so hopefully not too long of a time, that stuff will actually be ready to make an actual video with. Alright. That's good. And volcanic eruption. Excellent. We'll get even more hydrogen sulfide now in our patch. Of course, this is going to rely a lot on the chemosynthesizing proteins and then also the organelle variant along with hydrogenase and hydrogenosomes. Like a yellow if I can. Because I know at some point there will be some oxygen present. May as well bump that up. Alright. And now I don't have to worry about hydrogen sulfide causing me damage. Also, I would love to do like a radiation build, but it's generally tough since you can only get the actual melanosomes in once you have the nucleus. So I'd have to figure out some other pathway prior to actually having a nucleus. Although I should probably be trying to consume some of these other organisms. Kind of smart. I think I had 2 or 3 things I engulfed there. Alright. I might end up using Mr. at some point in this, but I kind of don't really want to. Kind of similar to, I mean, I did end up having to use it in my last one because the temperature is a little wonky, but I'm hoping I can avoid using it in this, because I want this to be really just chemosynthesis. Oh, that load just ran out. That was an easy catch there. It looks like something has already become a little hexagon. other volcanic patch has had multiple eruptions, I think, in it. Yeah. It said, I think, 3 eruptions in a row. So you can make toxins now if you want. I'm going to try to avoid that. Alright. Oh, I see something that's already developed spikes. So there's that. Almost died through spikes there. Try to get a bit more hydrogen sulfide first. Okay, I would like to have that chunk, which apparently I cannot consume. Alright. Let's see, the hydrogen zone. Okay. Can't see the chemoplast in there. And that just pushes it right to either way. That should be a bit better in that regard. That's a full 10 difference now. Surprised I have yet to my speed get too low. I'll go with that for now. Yeah, I've been doing a decent amount of work on the actual spec ever side of things. I've even been trying to work with Blender actually to see if I can make models there. I'm kind of getting the hang of doing it in that. I'm gonna have to like redo almost all my models and of course figure out the new controls and methods for it. I am struggling with, at the moment, figuring out how to do texturing in Blender though. So it is one issue I'll have to figure out still. I have to just maybe increase the size of like the actual texture file so that it's not too messy. Oh, I managed to get the flagella. This is going to be increase of 12. I don't want to do it because I know it's going to slowing down quite a bit. It's interesting. We don't do this often. I don't know if I want to keep it that. That does give a that does change that, so I think that's pretty good. All right. Yeah, if you've seen my other videos, you will know that eventually I'm gonna just rely on eating the hydrogen sulfide chunks that appear in the world, and because then I can kind of just chill or handle other stuff instead of just always having to make sure I have constant hydrogen sulfide. Of course, the one thing with Thrive that is different from real life, the microbe can strategize, plan ahead into the future, and I've taken radiation damage. Fun. Please. Okay, I'm not going to die to it. Good. Yeah, we now got that. Also, it's pretty crazy for generation, but I still feel it's kind of hard to use. The chemoplasm is there. Already hydrogenome. Just need 2 more generations with it. It's almost bare minimum of 20 above. So get the nucleus pretty soon, I think. You can see that I am just leaving a trail of hydrogen sulfide because of the chunk I had in me. I can't even consume that chunk though, at least at the moment. I think I just saw like a thylakoid in a cell there. Auto-evo doing strange things. Because that's how it does things. I looked at things like, oh, that is... that's interesting. Looks so boxy. Alright. Of course. We're still only just in here. The lysosome now. That's now technically enough for the nucleus in the next generation. Generation 8, alright. Not too bad, not too bad. But things are going to be pretty tough the next round, given we're going to have, of course, the nucleus, so I have to be very careful. Oh, God. That sucked, but I think I figured out where that boxy thing lives. And it is not a kind fellow. Now once I get the nucleus, I should become bigger than it. It shouldn't be a problem. Let me just eat it. Alright. Does look like if we're at a decent enough size, we don't have to worry about these other guys consuming us. And we can consume them instead. Try to grab this chunk as well. Let's put this here. Alright. I want to do that so I could have some hydrogen sulfide chunks present so I don't have to worry too much. I'm trying to find everything. Do that for now. Should hopefully help me stay alive doing this. You now kind of hoover up a lot more material around us, which is always fun. A lot of hydrogen sulfide here I can nab up. I want to avoid suffering from radiation at least. Go for that chunk there. Alright. Now, of course, we can be a bit more efficient with what we're doing. Just make sure they're still present here. Okay, they are. Alright. Glucose is getting a little low. That is concerning. was about to happen. Things get tough when you have the nucleus. Just to be safe, I'll make a good save there. Just not even care about that. Hoping I can consume this, but it may not be big enough yet. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can try and get the endosymbiosis into me. But it's going to be tough. Okay. Make these hydrogen sulfide storage so I can build up more of that. That should be helpful. I feel like I can get one of them if I'm lucky. They're too fast. Check this real quick. Okay, they still are there. Might be grabbing dosing instead of that at the moment. So that might be why. Alright, I'm gonna try the cilia. And get the advantage there. Alright. also end up changing the membrane at some point in order to make things a little bit easier. Okay. That's it. That's another endosymbiosis. Yeah, at least there's a lot more moving going on with this play style. So at least it's not going to be as boring even in a multicellular stage once we get to that in the next video. I think I had a little completely missed that eruption happening. It doesn't look like there's a whole lot in the entire planet. Should be very interesting. It looks like nothing has moved from here to here yet. I see no other way out. So this planet seems to be mainly uncolonized by life so far. Just this area and what is this? Just Denise. Guess in this, I don't know, ocean, I guess you would consider it. There's no landmass stuff related nearby. It's not going to do much at all. Okay. We also need to get a 15 ATP difference for the binding agent. So generation 13. I don't have to get into that too much. I'm going to try to move to a different area now. I've always mentioned that's, after a while, a good idea. It tends to refresh your compound clouds and all that. Alright. that I know nothing has managed to spread here, I'm just waiting to see something show up in here. I wonder why they haven't moved. At least that photosynthetic one should be able to move over. Just hasn't done it yet. It's starting to look like a lot of the species are clearly based off of the one I made. So I think I can already take a guess as to which group is doing very well. Alright. Alright. Should have expected a chance that that would happen. So now I have to go find a new hydrogen sulfide chunk I can consume. There's one over there. Wait a little bit, try and get the hydrogen sulfide to, yeah, start moving up a bit. Just gonna try to make sure my ingested matter isn't gonna end up kicking something out. I think I'm good. Oh, that's down here now. Oh, well, something made it, but it was not what I would have thought, so I don't think they're gonna last long. There is no iron in there. Oh, so I have the sealing agent already. So why not? I'm gonna try to actually get the endosymbiosis before we move on. The biggest issue I think right now might be the fact that hasn't really been any more eruptions in this patch. And such hydrogen sulfide is kind of low. Whereas, of course, since life has not really spread out, okay, that now has a lot of species in it. Still no idea how these iron ones survived. But I'm expecting, yeah, well, that's at 25, so I think it may have, because it does since it shift around a bit over time. So these just stay. I'm going to make these glucose ones. All right. All right. And now with that, that is going to be the conclusion of this video. I hope you all enjoyed and have a good day. See you next time.